Bela. I am a president here in World Global Network, and I want you all to pay very close attention tonight, guys. Tonight, we will learn about the highest paid skill in our profession, the highest paid skill. And we will also have the incredible blessing of learning from the number 52 earner in the entire world in our profession. As you may or may not know, Romacio Fulcher, at the age of 25, made his first $1 million in the mortgage and real estate business. And he went into the world of network marketing, where he's been for 10 years. He's reached the top of every single company he's been with, made well over $7 million in World Global Network. He is the fastest US president millionaire and the fastest double president millionaire in the entire company. He's my mentor, proud to call him a friend, very grateful to be introducing Mr. Romacio Fulcher. Take it away, brother.
All righty. Thank you so much, Saul. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Thanks a lot for the introduction, man. Kudos to you for being a stay-at-home dad. Kudos to you for building a business where you can take care of your family while you also take care of the world. It's one of the reasons why I love network marketing. No place like network marketing. Anyway, guys, listen, let's go ahead and get started. Listen, yes, this webinar is being recorded. I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm you, I don't care what your rank is. I don't care if you're brand new as in one day or you've been in this profession for 100 years. If I'm you, I truly, sincerely would pay extra close attention to what you're about to see. I would take notes. Do not rely on the recording. Okay, the person who's going to get the most out of the webinar is the one that takes the most notes, number one, and then number two, the one that actually applies what they write. Well, how do I get the thumbnail off of him back onto me? So the person, come over here and just do that. So the person who actually takes the most notes is going to take the most notes and apply the notes is the one that's going to actually learn the most. What I have found that throughout my career is when I take notes, it drives the grooves in deeper. It drives the nail in a little bit further. Now, listen, as you heard Saul mention before, what we're talking about today is the highest paid skill in all of network marketing. What we're about to talk about right now is the highest paid skill. So if you ever were looking for the shortcut to something that already is the shortcut, here it is. That's why I'm saying to you, pay attention. Don't just be on here for kicks. I'm giving you the keys to the safe. I'm giving you the keys to the safe. I'm giving them to you in black and white format, listed across the screen here for the next 30 to 45 minutes. Don't be the guy or the gal that says, oh, I've been in this profession for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. I know this stuff. Listen to me. Listen carefully. The longer you have been in this profession, the more closer attention you should be paying to every word that I speak. The longer you have been in this profession, the closer attention to detail, attention to detail that you should be paying attention to. Why? It's the people that say, oh, I know this stuff, man. I've heard this before. These are the ones that 9 times out of 10, their income never jumps. It never goes up, because you have to learn in this profession, the little details is what makes all the big success. I'm going to say it again. If you understand the gist will keep you broke. Listen to me carefully. Any home, including the apartment or the house that you're renting or that you own, any building, what makes the building be able to be pristine and be unique is the details. The details. Yes, I am deliberately driving the groove in deeper and deeper because I want you to understand This webinar that we're doing right now is specifically to teach our organization globally the most important skill of the entire network marketing profession. I want every single one of you to be master promoters. Master. But mastery requires you to do it over and over and over and over again. That's the only way you can master something. And tonight on this webinar, I'm going to make it crystal clear on what you need to master. There will be no confusion. You will not be able to say, I didn't know that. No one ever taught me. We're teaching it right now, okay? So for your sake, pay attention. Put your ego aside. Those of you that have been in the profession for some time, I expect you to learn more from this webinar than anyone else on here. Let me publicly say that one more time. Those of you that have been in the profession for a while, I don't need to define a while. You can define it yourself. I expect you to learn more from this webinar than anyone else on here. Those of you that are brand new to the profession, consider yourself fortunate and lucky. Why? Because someone is taking the time tonight to teach you the single most important skill. There are 7 skills in this profession, and if you only mastered this one, you would become a millionaire. I'm going to say it again. I said what I meant, and I meant exactly what I said. There are 7 skills in this profession. There are 7 skills. There are 7 skills. And if you only master just this one skill, you would become a millionaire just off of this one skill alone. That's how important this webinar is. It's no joke. This is the webinar you've been waiting on. This is the one that's got the details laced in it. And I'm teaching you, whether you're brand new, whether you been involved a little while and just, your income not where you want it to be, or whether you're the person who's been around for a while and you're just saying to yourself, when is my time coming? When is it my turn to hit the home run? Right freaking now. That's why the name of our team is called It's Our Time. No, I'm not hypey. I'm passionate. And if you were making the type of money that some of us are making, you would be passionate too. And if you really cared about helping other people make the type of money that some of us are making, you would speak with the same authority, the same sense of passion, and the same sense of conviction. I'm teaching you right now, this is the most important skill. It demands your full attention. Here we go. All right. So, as I said, this is the highest, most important skill in the profession. We're talking about promoting events, okay? First thing I want you to understand is that you will earn about $1,000 per person that you have at the events. Let me say it again, really simple. You will earn about $1,000 per person that you have at an event. So for example, let's just say if you had 1,000 people at the next event, you'd be making minimum $1 million a year. Multiply $1,000 times 1,000 people, that's your annual income. That's how it works. That's how it works. Teach you the details later. That's how this profession works. Period. End of story. Don't fight it. Swallow it. Take it whole. That's how it works. You want to make the big money? I'm sorry. It's not going to be because you sent a whole bunch of people text messages and they saw the 2-minute video and they woohoo and they signed up. Yes, that's not where the big money is. All the big money and big success, if you want to lock in an organization and you want to have an organization with deep roots, you got to get people to the event. Period. Drop the mic, drop the gavel. That's it. Okay? So I need you to understand you're going to earn about $1,000 per person at the events. Okay? Really simple. All right? Let's go to the next one. Now, what I want to do is I want to share with you the reasons why people don't show up to events. Okay? Number one, you must understand some people never intended to show up at the event. They never were planning. You got to understand, they joined this business just for the product, or they joined this business because they just wanted to make some extra money from home. They never planned on going to an event. So the moment you tell them about it, oh no, that's not what I envisioned. I never saw myself going to an event. I just wanted to make an extra $3,000 a month. So number one is they never intended to. Number two, they said yes to coming to the event just to get you off the phone or get you out of their face. So you can't take it personal when people tell you they're going to come to the event and they don't show up. You got to understand, sometimes they're just trying to be polite. Okay? All right? Number three. The third reason why people don't show up to events. Yes, I'm talking to you. You have not conveyed enough value. See, if the value's not there, they're not going to show up. So you haven't conveyed enough value. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Number four, fourth reason why they didn't make it to the event. They got busy. Life got in the way. It happens. Number five, the reason why they don't come to the event, they got home and they lost motivation to leave again. They were planning on it, but when they thought about it, you know what? No, not going. Okay? Number six, they were nervous about meeting strangers. Man, do I know some people that are very, very, very nervous about meeting strangers. It may sound crazy, but it's true. So these guys are some of the reasons why people don't show up to events, okay? It's important for you to know this. All right? Now, what I want to do is I want to give you some key concepts for prospects, okay? Now, obviously, none of you that are on this webinar are a prospect, so obviously I'm referring to the people that you're trying to get to your events. Number one, if you don't have any enthusiasm, the business ain't for you. You must have enthusiasm. Why is that? Because feeling happens faster than thought. Sometimes people can never remember or recall what you said, but they remember the enthusiasm, the energy that you said it with. They remember the feeling. Number two, you need to make sure that you have some energy. I always tell people, listen, if you feel good, you do good, okay? You need to make sure that you have some energy. This is extremely important. These are key concepts, okay? Key concepts. Number three, you need to make sure you have a sense of urgency. Promote the next event like it's the biggest event ever. Promote the next event like it's the biggest event ever. Okay? Number four, you need to give them a compliment. Okay? Give the prospect a compliment. It's very, very important. Okay? Extremely important. Be the person who likes to encourage people versus tearing people down. I believe in every human being, we all have some good stuff inside of us. There's something positive about every person, everybody. Find it. Give them a compliment, okay? Number five, my favorite statement, if I invited you to an event, would you attend? This statement right here, you want to put an asterisk or circle this on your notepad. You must learn to master this statement. If I were to invite you to a conference call, would you show up? If I were to give you access to a webinar, would you make it? If I were to give you, if I were to send you a 2-minute video, would you watch it? If I were to send you a 7-minute video, would you watch it? If I would you need to role play doing this over and over and over again. Seriously, guys, this one line right here will make you a fortune when you learn to master it. If I would you? Okay. Number 6, commitment. You want to ask the prospect to commit. Always ask for a commitment. Okay. One of the things that I do, let's say if I was inviting people, when I did home meetings, I would say, hey, John, once he told me he was going to be there, I would say, John, so can you do me a favor? On your way over to my home, can you grab a bag of ice? Can I count on you, John, to grab a bag of ice? He would say yes. The other thing I would say is hey, Bob, if for any reason that you will not make the webinar, the conference call, or the private home meeting event, if for any reason you will not make it, can we have a gentleman's agreement that you will at least show me the respect that I've shown you by letting me know you won't attend? Once again, once he's already told me he would make it, I'll say, hey, listen, Bob, can we have a gentleman's agreement, or can we have an agreement that you'll show me the same respect that I would have shown you, and just simply let me know that you're not going to make it. In other words, don't have me with egg on my face. Such and such, the speaker that the speaker that is going to be there tonight, he's expecting to meet you. I told him all about you. So if you're not going to make it, could you do me a favor and at least just show me the respect that I would show you, and let me know that you won't make it? Fantastic. Okay. So you want to get a commitment from the prospect. All right. So Shirley, I've got you down to be there, right? You're going to be there, right? Fantastic. Okay. Awesome. Shirley, if anything comes up for any reason, can you show me the respect that I would show you? Just let me know. Just let me know. Sure. No problem. Okay. Number 7, follow up. This is critical. You must follow up with people. You must do it, guys, sincerely. Follow up is huge. This is a key concept that you need to be doing with your prospects. Number 8, assignments. This is huge. Provide the prospect with an assignment. For example, the bag of ice that I mentioned, chips or cookies or something like that. Okay. Give them an assignment. Okay. And the last and final one, accountability. Hold them accountable. You know, my mother always taught me, she said, listen, she said, baby, never get upset at the alarm clock. Remember, the alarm clock, the only job of the alarm clock is to remind you of what you said you were going to do. So don't get upset when the alarm goes off. Its only purpose is to remind you of what you intended to do anyway. Accountability, okay? Accountability is big, okay? So these are some key concepts for prospects that you need to make sure that you have when actually, trying to get your prospects to the event. These are critical. These are critical, all right? Now, let me give you some elements for distributors, okay? You guys obviously are the distributors. Number 1, you never want to lose your passion. Number 1. Number 2, you never want to lose your desire. And number 3, you never want to lose your perspective. I wish I had more time. I would talk to you about number 3. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Never lose your perspective. Also, another key element for you distributors is you want to be a master promoter. If this is the single most important skill of your entire career in this profession, the one that could really make all your dreams sincerely come true, you must become a master promoter. You must become a master planner, okay? You must create an environment that will give people the best chance for success. This is very, very important, guys. These are key elements for you as distributors to know, okay? Now, let's move ahead to what I call the promoter's toolbox. Your goal is to now become a master promoter. I'm going to give you the toolbox. This is the toolbox that will allow you to be the best promoter in the world. Here we go. Number one, you must be more committed than anyone else. You must attend all events, calls, etc. I'm going to say it again. You must be more committed than anyone else. You have to be more committed than anyone else in your entire organization. This is extremely, extremely important. I can't stress this enough. You must attend all events and calls. I've never seen a top producer in the profession of direct sales or network marketing that was a top producer and did not attend events. There's no such thing. So if you plan on becoming a top producer, just consider it mandatory. You need to be at the events. There's a reason for that. The magic of the business always happens at events. Write it down. The magic of the business always happens at an event. It's the bottom line. It's called the magic. The magic happens at the events every single time. Number two, demonstration. You want to demonstrate commitment by your actions. Show it. I always tell people, watch the feet, not the lips. Watch the feet, not the lips. Show your commitment. Show it, guys. Number three, intensity. You must have some internal intensity. We're talking about the emotional part. You've got to have more belief than anyone in your organization. You truly do. You truly do. You've got to have some internal intensity. Why do I need to make this event? Why should I get on this conference call? Why should I get on this webinar? Why? I'm just telling you, if you want to win, this is it. I don't apologize for anything I'm teaching. This is the cheat sheet. This is it. You must have some internal intensity. You've got to have more belief than anyone. Number four, you must be laser focused. This is my favorite. Promotion starts at the last meeting and it continues all the way up to the next meeting. Promotion starts at the last meeting and continues all the way up to the very next meeting. Number five, repetition. You must announce the events repeatedly. A promoter beats it to death. Okay? You got to find creative ways to repeat it over and over and over and over again. I'm going to say it again. A promoter beats it to death, guys. You've got to find creative ways to repeat it over and over and over. Why? Because it's the highest paid skill of the profession. If you could get people to the events, guess how much more bigger your organization would be? Guess how many more people you would have making money? And guess how much more financial success and money you would be making? All as a result of getting people to the event. That's why it's so doggone important. So you have to find creative ways to repeat it over and over and over again. All right. The next one, number six. You must have a verbal commercial. What does that mean? We're talking 30 to 45 seconds. What's your verbal commercial? Okay? And a verbal commercial, for example, let's see here. For example, we are going to create 100 millionaires in our organization. Guaranteed. We're going to get that done. Okay? And so you'll always hear me talking about 100 millionaires. Project 100. We're going to create 100 millionaires. That's what we're going to do. Okay? And we talk about this and talk about it and talk about it. And that's one type of verbal commercial. But let's just say, like right now, today is Thursday, and you and your team, you got a goal of how many people you guys are going to enroll this week, or whatever the goal is or target this week is. You have to have a verbal commercial, a 30-second, no more than 30 to 45 seconds about what you guys are going to do or why, we should make the event or what's going on. You have to have a 30 to 45 seconds verbal commercial. And you want to bake that into the culture. When your group repeats events, calls, and meetings, this is when you know you're going to the moon. So when it says bake it into the culture, what that means is, for example, the culture of my organization, everyone knows 100 millionaires, 100 millionaires. Why? Because I talk about it all the time. We're going to create 100 millionaires. It's extremely important. Why? Because money is the answer to all things. And we are going to help over 100 different families eliminate the poverty curse that's going on out there in the world. Okay? So this is huge. You have to have a 30 to 45 second verbal commercial. Okay? You have to have it. And you want to make sure that you're repeating it so much that the people in your organization begin to do the exact same thing. Okay? My favorite one, the next one, vision. Here's why it's so important that you need to be there you need to be at all meetings, calls, and webinars. If you do this, here's what's in it for you. Okay, let me explain something to you guys. Every leader, male or female, every leader that's ever done anything great or trying to do something great, they all have a vision. And when you have a vision, basically what you're saying is, hey guys, here's the promised land. If you do this, here's the promised land. See, people don't have a problem with working or even going to an event. They need to know, why am I going? Where is this thing going? See, as a visionary, there's always a promise, okay? There's always a promise, but there's also a benefit. There's also a benefit, and we can get there together. So in other words, it's kind of like, hey guys, listen, this is what we're about to do. This is what we're about to do. And if we do these things, guys, this is the benefit to all of us. And we're going to do this together. I'm not leaving you behind. We're going to do this thing together, man. So you have to learn how to express the vision. You have to learn how to express the vision of why. Why do I need to go to this event? Why do I need to be on this conference call? Why? Why? What's the vision? Okay? And the vision is what's in it, what's in it for them. They need to know what's in it for them. There's a promise. If we do these things, guys, okay, boom, this is what we can expect. And we're going to do this thing together. Okay, so you write that down. You have to have a vision. Okay, you have to have a vision. Okay, extremely, extremely important. The next one, game plan. Okay, a game plan is how to get people to the event. You must have a game plan on how to get the people to your events. Okay, and when we say events, we're talking about physical events. We're talking calls, webinars, meetings, etc. Okay, you must have a plan on how to do it. For example, I'm going to give you an example. Maybe you got 30 buses that are going to come from all over the country, okay, to make it to the next event in Miami, okay? Maybe you got 30 different buses. The game plan must articulate the vision. It must articulate the vision. So in other words, it's not enough to have a vision. A vision is where we're going. This is what I see. This is what's about to happen, okay? But what's a game plan on how we're going to get this done? What's a game plan? And you want to share this game plan with your prospects and your teammates so that they can also believe in the game plan and the vision. But remember, a person should be able to look at the game plan and say to themselves, yep, I can see how they're going to get that done. Never mind, I don't want to get you confused. But a person should be able to look at the game plan and say to themselves, man, I can see how they're going to achieve that goal. So the game plan clearly articulates the vision. The next one, there's two types of stories. Stories are extremely important. Stories of lessons and stories of warnings. Let me give you an example. We tell the story all the time of Seville and Rachel Coe. We tell the story of Mr. Mike Sims. We tell the story of Carla and Don Silver. We tell the story of Ricky Bennett. We tell the story. We tell all these different. We have tons of stories. We tell the story of Chad and Atita. We tell the story of, there's just tons of stories that we tell in this company. We tell the story of DJ. Okay, we tell the story of Greg and Melanie. Okay, Greeno. Okay, there's so many stories, but every story serves the purpose as a lesson or as a warning. And here's the deal. The stories tell the prospect why they need to be at the event. Why they need to be at an event. Why they need to be at an event. It drives the screw in deeper and deeper and deeper as to why. This is why this is so impactful when you tell the stories. Now remember, there's two types of stories. There's a story of people that went to the event and that's why they're having all the success. And there's people that didn't go to the event and look at them now. They're still stuck in first gear. 9 times out of 10, they'll probably quit the business. See, stories of lessons and stories of warnings. Very important. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's talk about inclusion. One of the things you want to do, one of the tools you want to use in your toolbox is you want to include those people who listen and follow directions. Let me explain something. You see, when people are doing what they're supposed to do, you must treat them differently than those that don't. So you must treat people different who attend the weekly events, the weekly calls, the Saturday trainings, etc. You must treat them differently. The people who you have to. It's called inclusion for a reason. They're included on the inside. They're a part of the inner circle because they did these things. Whatever those things are in terms of, whether it's a conference call you guys are promoting, a webinar you're promoting, or whether it's a Saturday training you're promoting, whether it's the next big event that you're promoting. For those people who do it, for those people who register for it, for those people who buy their tickets or whatever it is, they are included in special privileges. Okay, that's very important because everybody wants to be included. And then you have something called exclusion. Okay, this is very powerful. For those who don't listen and follow the directions, you cannot treat them the same way as you treated those who did follow the directions. You can't. So you have to understand that within your group, there has to be a reward for if they do it. They're a part of an inner circle group or something. Versus if they don't, I'm sorry, you're not a part of that. Okay? It's very important. The next one, let's talk about recognition. You always want to recognize people who do the daily and weekly meetings. For example, in our organization, you should be doing a minimum, even if you're part-time, of three presentations a day, minimum, a day, okay? You should be doing a minimum of 3 presentations a day, and that's even for the part-timers. And the reason being is our business is so simple. We have a 2-minute video, a 7-minute video. It's pretty simple, okay? So you want to recognize people that do that. Leaders, I hope you're paying attention. You want to recognize the people that are doing this within your groups. Always reward the behavior that you want to be repeated. Always reward the behavior that you want to be repeated. Okay? Always do that. What gets rewarded will get repeated. What gets rewarded will get repeated. Okay? Also, on recognition, even give them more recognition if they bring guests to the meeting or if they bring guests to the conference call. Don't just reward them for being there, okay? But also if they bring guests, okay? Sometimes I've given out huge trophies, literally big trophies. You can do that as a reward. There's many different things that you can do as a reward, but I think you guys get the point here. All right, the next one, let's talk about peer pressure. It's always good to post the names of the people who are registered for the next event. This will allow the others to see and want to go. But also what this will do, hey Bob, I don't see you on the list, man. I don't I didn't see your name up there. I don't see you, man. Okay? So again, the peer pressure aspect is quite effective in promoting events. Now remember guys, we're not finished yet, but this is the promoter's toolbox. These things will work for any event. Conference calls, webinars, Saturday training, home meetings if you're doing those. Also the big event that we're doing, these definitely are for the big event that's coming up in April, okay? And also the convention. These things that I'm sharing with you work for any event, okay? Any event. All right, let's continue on. Accountability, this is a big one. Having accountability with the people in your group, be it prospects or distributors, holding them accountable. This is huge. I'll never forget. I'll tell you a quick story. 10 years ago, I was in another company. It was my very first company ever. And my mentor, I picked an awesome mentor. I said to him, hey, sir, what do I have to do to get you to fly from Texas, where he lived, to California, where I live, to do my very first home meeting? He told me he needed 40 butts in the seats. 40 butts in the seats. I'll never forget this. This was 10 years ago when I first started part-time. Okay? What I did is I came back to Sacramento, where I live. I got with about 16 or 17 of the people that were on my team, and I said to them these exact words. Listen, I've got a documented multimillionaire that has agreed to come to my house and do the presentation. All we have to do is put the people in front of him. And I had a list of all 17 of my distributors. And I said, hey, listen, Johnny, how many people can I count on you, no matter what, to have here at my house on such and such date and time when the speaker shows up? Johnny said 5. Sarah, how many can I count on from you? She said 2. Bobby, how many can I count on from you? He said 10. Paul, how many can I count on from you? 1. Tamara, how many can I count on from you? 30. All I did was I held them accountable. And the very first meeting at my house 10 years ago, it's posted on YouTube, by the way, we had 147 people collectively at my house at the very first home meeting I ever did in network marketing. I'm gonna say it again, 147 people. And all I did is I got together with 17 committed people, and I really sold them on the vision of what was about to happen. We had a documented multimillionaire flying all the way from Texas, and he was going to do the presentation. All we had to do was put the people in the room. That's it, and let him do what he does. And that's what we did. But guys, I need to know, how many can I count on you for? And I just went down the list. So you got to understand, accountability always works. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Competition. Give rewards. Give rewards. Okay? Help stretch people. It helps stretch them. That's what it does. Okay? Now, if you get 2, you know, this will happen. If you get 5, that'll happen. If you get 10, this will happen. Okay? I'm showing you how to be a master promoter. Okay? The next one, trophies, plaques, certificates, special dinners. All this stuff, guys, is extremely important. These are contests, incentives, t-shirts, hats. There's no limit to how you can Incentivize people. That's why I want you to really pay attention to this. Campaigns. Oh, campaigns. I love campaigns. Man, I love a 24-hour or 36-hour campaign. Oh, man, I love campaigns. Campaigns are the best. It's a short amount of time, whether it's 24, 48 hours, maybe it can be a week, no longer than a week. Boom. There's just boom. Intense campaigns. I love it. Now, this next one is huge. Problem solving. Your job, if you desire to be a master promoter, you must be able to solve all the problems to keep your organization focused. That is your job. You must be able to solve all the problems to keep your organization focused. I wish I had more time. I would really dive into that one so that you can understand when you can solve problems. Always remember, write this down. Money comes from solving problems. Money comes from solving problems. Those of you that want to make more money, solve more problems. 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 Hello, I'm giving you the answer. You want to know how to get the money? Solve more problems. Solve more problems. Solve more problems. Problem solving is huge in being a promoter. It's huge. Okay? All right, let's keep going. All right, so challenge. Challenge from myself or the upline. So in other words, you should always give yourself a challenge, okay? You should always give yourself a challenge, and you should also let your upline know what the challenge is, okay? This is huge. You know, sometimes your upline will give you a challenge if they feel comfortable and they feel like it won't hurt your feelings. But challenge is always good because it makes you step up. It does. Let's go to the next one. Assignments, okay? The assignments you want to distribute to all levels. People crave assignments. They do, okay? They crave it. For example, certain people in my group, I know that I can talk to them and say, listen, you were thinking about putting 50. You need to have 100 at the event. You need to have 100 at the event, okay? Assignments. People crave assignments. I'm definitely the type of person, I need an assignment. I'm going to tell you what my goal is, and all I want you to do is tell me what I got to do to get it done. Just give me an assignment. I love assignments. And by the way, ladies, most men, we love assignments. The reason why, most men are very they're very mechanically wired. We're very mechanically wired. Once I do this, what do I get? Once I do that, what do I get? Once I do this, what do I get? That's how most men's brains work. Because we're very, very mechanically driven. So if you give me an assignment, that's all I need. Okay, all right, let me go get it done. Okay, very important. Assignments, people crave assignments. This is very important. I hope you're getting this, guys. All right, let's go to the next one. Expectations. I want all of you to say this to yourself. You can say it out loud, okay? Or you can say it in your head. I must set the expectation that this is normal. I must set the expectation that this is normal. That is your job as a leader, to set the expectation that this is normal. This is normal. This is what we do. World-class leaders do these things all the time. This is what we do. This is what we do. World-class leaders, they do these things, guys, all the time, okay? Now, let's talk about really quickly here, inviting to the training calls and the webinars, okay? So, for prospects and distributors, you need to make sure that you are properly communicating why should they attend. Why should they attend? Number one. Number two, why should they invest their time? What's in it for them? See, you guys always hear me talk about my favorite word, which is vision. Because a vision clearly states what it is, where it's going, and what's in it for them. That's why I always tell you, vision is the answer. For those of you that had a chance to watch my Facebook Live post today, I hope you go back and watch it. If you didn't, it was absolutely incredible. Again, vision, vision, vision is what I spend all my time mastering for this reason. Number 4, you must be able to explain to your prospects and your distributor, how will it help them make more money? In other words, what's in it for them? How will going to this event or this conference call or this webinar, how will it help them make more money? They want to know what's in it for them. How will it help their group? Why, says the distributor. Why do I have to be there? Why do I have to go? Why? Give them strong reasons why. Guys, I want you to join us in the Millionaire Club. I'm serious. This is the only skill you have to master. Didn't say it was going to be easy, but certainly worth it for sure. For sure. This is it. And it don't take, 10 years to master this. Guys, I got good at this my first 30 to 60 days. Why? Because my mentor taught me, if you don't get nobody to the events, then we can't help anybody. If you can't help anybody, then you can't make any money. Capiche? That was clear. So it clearly spoke to my brain where I needed to put all the emphasis and all the focus on getting people to the events, whether it's a conference call, a webinar, a Saturday training, or the next big event in Miami or the national convention. Events is where all the money's at. Period. End of story. Okay? All right. Now, let's talk about inviting to destination events. This is where the magic happens. By the way, hint, hint, clue, clue. What's the next destination event? April 21st through the 23rd in Miami, Florida. It's going to be off the charts. What's the first line here say? This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens. Yes, I want to beat this to death. I want you to get this. I know some of you are watching this webinar. You need to make money. You want to make more money. You're tired of that job. You want a strong income. You really want to really join the party of all the success that's happening here in World Global. I know you're ready for a better lifestyle. You're ready for more, next level. I get it. This is where it's going to happen. Not sending the 2-minute videos out. I'm sorry. That just gets people to take a look. Okay? But where the magic happens is at the events. Notice the word magic. Haha. Notice the word magic. It's where the magic happens, guys. Magic. We can't tell you on this webinar. It happens at the events. This is where you're going to make about $1,000 per person that you have at a destination event. Just remember that. If you have 1,000 people, you make $1 million. Literally per person. If you have 1,000 people at an event, you'll make $1 million a year, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay? If you just pick a number, multiply it times 1,000. That's what you're going to make. Okay? That's what you're going to make that year. Okay? You can't miss events. I once heard somebody say, treat your distributorship like you were a publicly traded company. Never miss one. Never miss an event. Okay? Never miss an event. Okay? You have to know how many people from your group are attending the events. You have to know. Remember this, guys, and write this down. If you don't know the number, you cannot grow the number. So you have to know the number. Okay? You have to have strong goals for increasing the number at every new event. Ding, 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 ding. Leaders, this is a message to, this is an alert to all leaders on the webinar. Did you hear what we just said? You have to have a strong goal for increasing the number, increasing that number at every new event. So I hope you understand why I've been covering all of this stuff, all these different things in the toolbox that we just went through, because you have to have a strong goal for increasing that number. You can't just pull it out of your, well, we're going to put 10,000 there. How are you going to do it? What's the game plan? What's the vision? What's the game plan? Okay? Very important, all right? Very important. All right. Creating an event culture. Ladies and gentlemen, Let me explain this to you, because this right here, whoo, is when you put the final touches on it. This is huge. Our organization, Team IoT, we will always be an event culture organization. Always, always, always. We will never stop. Why? Because all the magic happens at the events. I love that fact that we are a home-based business and we can make this money from home, but I also love and understand the value of having an event. Ideally, we as an organization, you can expect we will do an event, one event at least once a quarter. At least once a quarter. At least. Okay? It's very important. It all starts with you. Use the toolbox. Add your core team. Have them use the toolbox that we just explained. Have your core team do the same thing as you, and then bake it in. Bake it in. Okay? Bake it in. Bake it in. It may take up to a year to bake in, but let me repeat what I just said. Okay, this is the flow chart. Here it is. It all starts with you. You need to use the toolbox that we just covered. By the way, within 24 hours, these slides will be posted up on our team's Facebook page underneath files. Absolutely. You will be able to download this, but I hope you took a lot of notes. I really do. Okay, I really do. I really hope you took a lot of notes. I love you. I want to see you win. Okay, this is the shortcut right here. It all starts with you. Use the toolbox. Number one, add your core team and have them do the same thing. Use the toolbox. Then have your core team do the same thing as you and bake it in, bake it in, bake it in, bake it in. And again, it may take up to 1 year. Bake it in. That means you're doing it over and 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 over, and then it becomes normal. It becomes the culture of your organization. Okay? Give me a yes or no if this is helping you in the chat box. I'm hoping that everybody is really tracking with what we're saying here. All right. Ta-da! Now it all wraps up with, where is the next event? Here it is, right here, April 21st through the 23rd. Now, I want you to look at the title of this event. It's called Go All Out for a Reason. It's not by mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got so many surprises at this event, it's going to blow your mind. I'm serious. And if you're not at this event, I promise you, chances are you're going to get left behind. Uh-oh, did he just say that? Yes, I did. Why? I'm at the top of this company. I think I know where things are going. Okay? I'm telling you, you cannot afford to miss this event. You just can't. Okay? We got this event right behind it. We've got the national convention. I'm telling you, if you're not at the event, you're going to feel like, man, how come I didn't know that? How come nobody taught me? Nobody showed me that. Nobody, told me that. You've got to get to the event. It's called Go All Out for a specific reason. And I'm not going to tell you what that reason is until you get to the event, and you will thank me later. I promise you, if there's one thing I know how to do extremely well, it's events. And you're just going to have to get there to see exactly what I mean, and you'll really understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. So, where do you get the information? It's really simple. All you need to do is go to the top, go to this website, teamiot.eventbrite.com. All the prices for the tickets and everything and all the details are right there. It's going to be in Miami, Florida. Guys, it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be off the charts. It's going to be off the charts. You think I'm playing? Go ahead. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to, and watch what happens in Miami. I'm dead serious. I know exactly what I'm talking about. You need to be there. Bottom line, these results that we are producing in World Global Network as an organization, it's never been done before. Never been done before. Why would you not come to a 3-day event where they're going to teach you all the details, how you get up the mountain? All the magic happens at the event, okay? Listen, I always want to close with this. I will never push a person to sign up in the business. I will never push a person to watch a 2-minute video. I will never push a person to get on a webinar or a conference call. I'll never do it. But the one thing I will push and push and push every person I care for to do is go to the event. Why? Write this down as we close this webinar. Write this down as we close this webinar. The reason why I will push and push and push and push people to go to the event, because all the magic happens at the event. That's why. All the magic happens at the event. That's why. All the magic happens at the event. That's why. Ladies and gentlemen, the event will do for your people what your voice, your presence cannot do. Let me say it again. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care how rich and connected you are. The event will do for your people what you cannot do for them. People believe what they see. That's why they got to go to the event. Because when they see what they see, they're going to feel what we know that they're going to feel. All right? You got to be at the event. Hey, listen, guys, give us a comment in the chat box if this helped you. Once again, all of these slides will be posted for you within 24 hours on our team's Facebook page underneath the files. Also, this webinar will be uploaded ASAP on the team's Facebook page. Romacio Fulcher, guys, I love every single one of you. This is the single most important skill of the entire network marketing profession. We just gave you the shortcut right here. This is the answer. Master the art of promoting the events. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, everybody.
If he ends the meeting, does that stop the recording?
I don't know.
I stopped.
Okay. Because I know with the conference calls, it
It doesn't if you hang up.
Yeah. And in fact, that last one, I guess it kept running. And at the end, there's some guy on there sending up like a meeting and he was talking about the phone. And then when I was on, and I heard someone talking about being a stripper.
Oh.
Right? And it was kind of, but
Um,
I let it go. I mean, I had sent the link out.
yeah.
I think Nicole told me about it.
Oh.
But the thing is, right now, because we don't have any other support when Dave's gone, if I could figure out how to edit it, but then we have to post that thing on a server somewhere,
Oh, right.
right? And we
Right.
don't have any support like that.
Right.
So the only way to send it out is to use the conference call
Yeah.
link, which
Yeah.
has all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping most people there's enough of a gap
Really
that
stop
people could
listening.
tell that, yeah, that the call's over, that they stop listening.